Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Saturday and a great weekend. Well, it is time for my August Saturday stitching and the theme is animals, real or imagined. So join me if you like, and it can be anything that you like to work on. Does not have to just be cross stitch. So today we're going to be working on this parrot. And I'm going to be working up here in this greenery, and the color is 470. Get you in so you can see what's going on. And I have my little owl today. Closest thing I have to a bird. Not sure if I have any other birds anywhere. But yeah, so this is the green. So let's just get started. This isn't a very big cross stitch, and it is full cross. It has a half cross stitch, French knot, and back stitching, but we're going to be working in full cross stitch today. How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a great weekend and you're doing something fun, whether it be cross-stitching or going on a trip. Yeah, I am not going anywhere this weekend that I know of, maybe short of the grocery store if I absolutely have to. Kind of rained last night. That was a shock. I'd say for maybe a half an hour, pretty steady like. It's supposed to rain for the next 2 or 3 days, so we'll see. We will see, you know, because they can change that at any given time around here. They always say we're gonna get rain and then nothing at all happens. So yeah, did go and do laundry yesterday, and I stopped at the grocery store and got one of those Stouffer's lasagna things. I got the bigger one so I could have it, the rest of it today, so, or tonight as it is. So, yeah, that was pretty good. I had garlic toast and I made a quick salad. They didn't have any regular lettuce, and I wasn't paying $3 for, for a head of lettuce, so that wasn't happening. But I got a red onion and a nice big fat tomato and a cucumber and cut that all up and threw ranch dressing on it. It was awesome. So, yeah, it was kind of nice and refreshing. I hadn't had, gosh, lasagna for a very long time. It did take a hot moment to cook it in the little, what do you call it, toaster oven. It's not little. It is probably not 2 feet, but maybe 1.5 feet wide and probably a little over 1 foot deep. So, I mean, it's fair good size. I wouldn't go cooking a turkey or a roast in there, but it's good enough to cook for, you know, like frozen dinners or something. And I didn't want to cook that in the microwave, so I just cooked it in the oven. Took almost an hour for it to cook. Yeah, but it tasted good. So, just wanted something a bit different. And something that wasn't going to be too hard to make. Because making lasagna from scratch was not so happening. I am telling you, not at all. I don't do that very often. But when I do, then I have this whole glob of it, and then I end up freezing, you know, like cutting it up into little squares and freezing it. And just being able to get out enough, say, after work, so there's not a whole bunch of it hanging around and having to have it for a week. Because, yeah, that would happen. But it's also very expensive to make it all from scratch, so yeah, we opted for Stouffer's to be the cook for the evening. And it's fairly good. I can handle it every once in a while. No grand plans. Kids went to school yesterday, so Thursday and... Get out of there. Thursday and Friday. So they got to go all this week, and then they get a 4-day weekend for Labor Day next weekend. Yeah. So I guess everything's going fine there. Haven't heard any fallout, you know, from anybody about how good or bad or indifferent it was all going. So we'll just wait. It's been kind of a long week, and I'm kind of glad it's a weekend. Worked on my Sashiko stuff, and stitched on that, call it Harvest Cat. It's beginning to be the name for that, because it's got some long crazy name that doesn't mean a whole lot, so yeah. But that's all I did. I watched, what do you call it, Outlander off and on all day. Did get a nap, yay. Yeah, I laid down and I didn't get up until about 4:30. So that was about a 3.5 hour nap, so I guess I just needed a nap, and went to bed by about 1 o'clock at the most, somewhere between 12 and 1. So just needed to, oh, for pity's sake, catch up and see if I can get that loop out of there. So yeah, so I have no idea how the day is going to be. I mean, as far as weather-wise, it was fine right up to, I'd say about 8 o'clock-ish. That's when it started raining, so the rest of the day was just perfectly nice, warm, not a whole bunch of wind, you know. It was pretty perfect, but I didn't sit outside. It's too hot. By about 10, 11 o'clock, and when I got done with the laundry, which took twice as long, oh my gosh, couldn't believe it. I put it in one of those bigger ones, bigger washers. Yep, I thought, okay, I'm ahead of myself, right? So when I went to dry it, I put it all in one dryer. I turned it on high like I normally do. And yeah, came back about 20 minutes later, and it was still blowing cold air. So yeah, so I had to sort or move it to another dryer. In fact, 2 other dryers. Yeah, it cost me about twice as much to do laundry yesterday, and that usually doesn't happen. I don't have a problem. I go and I'm done in like 40 minutes or so. Not a big deal. Yeah, I guess it just wasn't day to do the laundry. I don't know what to say. It was a bit much. So I was past all that when I got back home. So, not that all that wore me out. I don't know why I was so tired, but yeah. Your guess is as good as mine. You know, this looks like a yellow-green when it's laying there, but once you get it, excuse me, I'm losing my voice, stitched, it looks like a medium olive green. It's so weird how it does that. Just totally strange. I don't understand. Oh, goodness. Well, I hope everybody got to go and do something fun since it's summer, and I know After you retire, summer is just another season, you know what I mean? But some people do go on trips and that kind of thing, but nope. We're where everybody comes to for vacation. And I don't believe they're having any, they may have a parade. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't get to see the newspaper, so I don't think they're having anything special coming up this next weekend. So, for Labor Day, like I said, there may be a parade or something. But other than that, nope. Just kind of gets quiet around here. And when I talked to my son, he said those leaves are already changing, and I'm like, oh crap, here we go. It'll probably snow before the end of September, mark my words. Yep, that's how that works. But it hasn't rained a whole bunch this year, in the summer, that is. So, maybe that's why they're starting to change. I have no idea. We will see what happens. It is supposed to be between 5 and 10 degrees cooler this next week, so we'll just have to wait. I just don't know how it will all pan out. But I couldn't believe it rained for a whole half an hour. Usually it sprinkles for about 15-20 minutes and then we're done. But I mean, in general, just rained right down. It was weird. Come on, you always do this to me. Get it up there just a bit. Oh, come on. This thing's a little bit confettied. I don't... God darn it. It has 42 colors that I can see. There might be 45 or 46. I don't see any other color. You know how they spread it out over the... Maybe it's just back stitching, or maybe it's just half cross stitch. Yeah. Not a clue. So, but I think this bird is pretty. I think it's beautiful. All those wonderful, bright, vivid colors. Yep. Want to get this section done here. I'll be that way. I don't like to stitch backwards. Just kills my wrist. So we'll just use a little thread here and there. This is not that big, so it's got plenty of thread. All right, let me anchor that down. There we go. So yeah, there's not much to that. I believe there's 1, 2, 3 more symbols. They're all the same colors right there in those leaves, so that shouldn't be too hard to get with it. All right, guys, thank you for joining me for my August Saturday stitching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.